Hey, you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the South. More specifically, we are in Atlanta, Georgia. More specifically, we are here at Pemberton Place in front of the World of Coke, the attraction based after America's favorite beverage, Coca-Cola. It's invented here in Atlanta by a Confederate soldier. I know John Pemberton. He is the person that this plaza is named after. The aquarium here, Georgia Aquarium, wonderful aquarium behind me. But today we're doing the World of Coke. It's been a few years since I have been here. Last time I was here, still in the shadow of the pandemic. So excited to get back here and see what is new at the World of Coke. So please follow me. You can see out here in front of the World of Coke for the spooky season. They are celebrating a holiday they dub Fantaween. Of course, orange Fanta, one of my favorite sodas of all time. I guess they use Fanta to celebrate the Halloween season because orange Fanta is orange and it's the same color as pumpkins. And you see it's like a pirate ship here, the Fantaween pirate ship. I guess that's kind of a combination of the World of Coke, which celebrates soda, and then the aquarium, which celebrates the ocean. So you put them together, mix a little Halloween in, and you have the Fantaween pirate ship. And you have the Phantom Gardens here. Phantom being a way to like describe like spirits or ghosts, but this is spelled differently. It's spelled like the word Fanta, so a mixture of soda and spirits. But looks like there's some fun Halloween photo ops here inside of Phantom Gardens. These different comedy gravestones here. It says Shivering Tim Burr, like the Shiver Me Timbers, something that pirates like to say, but it's turned into someone's name, Shivering Tim Burr. He was the ghoulish crewmate of the Tropic Terror. Well, the Tropic Terror, that must be the name of the Fanta ship we saw over there. Got a lot of these Fanta graves. Faye Moonwink here. You see Faye actually reaching her orange hand up out of the grave. Here's the Phantom of the Opera. Again, instead of the word Phantom, PH, it is just with an F, much like the soda of Fanta. Here lies Ophelia Mist. Here lies Sandra Blackwell. All these different graves here. Oh, here's the Phantom Tree. The twisted, soda-based, haunted tree over here. And the spooky Fantaween selfie wall here. Black roses and orange hands reaching out. Yeah, there we go. Never seen soda turned so terrifying. So right here, there used to be a statue of John Pemberton, the man that invented Coca-Cola, right out here in front of the World of Coke. It is gone. I heard rumors on what happened to it, that it may have been removed during the protests, possibly because he was a Civil War soldier. I'm not sure if someone had torn it down or if it was officially decided to tear it down. I was trying to find information on the internet on what happened to it, but I couldn't find any good info. So I don't want to spread any bad info on what happened to it. But if someone knows what happened to the statue of John Pemberton, leave a comment in the comment section. It's the giant pop top here. And without further ado, I think we're going to head inside the World of Coke. As we enter the World of Coke, have these giant Coke bottles here. These were created for the 1997 Olympics that happened here in Atlanta. See, each one of these represents a different country. Here's the Argentina Coke bottle. And this is the USA Coke bottle here. It's really interesting. It has like it's like a wood carving, very detailed carving here of a diner where people are guzzling Coke. During here, you see all the different Coca-Cola merchandise. See this Japanese Coca-Cola machine here. Here's kind of the old style we used to have here in the United States. I do remember this. I am old enough to remember these. So there is a theater in here, and this character here, I don't think, last time I was here, they don't use this character in the video anymore, but I remember in the early days, this character here was actually featured in the introductory movie that we watched before we enter the rest of the world of Coke. See another one of the characters from the old cartoon up there.
Little tidbit about myself on my name tag. My go-to beverage after going back to regular.
Yeah, some more of the weird characters there in the rafters.
This is so light,
I hope
so
they bring them
crisp,
back.
So refreshing. It doesn't taste like a salad, no. Sox, guess what?
Yeah, it is filling up in here.
The longest continuous partnership with Coca-Cola is with the Boston Red Sox baseball team. Longest continuous, never a break. And again, that's our love of Coca. There you are. Let's talk about history. History 101, 1886. 1896, it's a syrup dispenser. They take it down with syrup, pour in the bowl on the top, glass underneath. 1 ounce of Coca-Cola syrup, 5 ounces of carbonated water. This was the first.
She's saying that this logo right here, this Coca-Cola logo, this was the original logo on the Coca-Cola corporate headquarters.
More than 30 countries. And you're underway.
All right, the theater has opened.
Right on down, ladies and gentlemen, right on down. We ask that you please grab a seat, any seat, as long as it is red. Right on down, please grab a seat, any seat, as long as it is red.
All right, getting ready to watch the movie that kicks off our tour to the world of Coke. All right, they said no filming during this show, so I'll let you know how it is. All right, the movie screen raised up and created a tunnel to allow us in to the world of Coke proper. Okay, so the movie they play is kind of like a montage of heartwarming moments. A couple finding out they're going to be grandparents, a man proposing marriage to his girlfriend, a young man coming back from Afghanistan, and then, you know, all punctuated by them drinking Coca-Cola. Now from the main atrium, we can enter the different exhibits. We'll start here with milestones of refreshment. Over here is John Pemberton. Like I said, there used to be a statue of him outside, but that is what he looks like. And here's some of his actual documents. It says that he was building his company by selling shares of the company. And the statue may be gone outside, but indoors we have this statue of John Pemberton here, mixing up the first ever batch of Coca-Cola. Now, the legend is he was actually trying to find a substitute for his heroin addiction that he received while he was fighting the Civil War. He got injured and was addicted to heroin. So he was trying to find a substitute. So he invented Coca-Cola as a way to wean himself off. I don't know if that actually works, by the way. I don't think that. Pretty safe saying that doesn't work. But they don't necessarily mention that story here. So I've definitely heard that account, but not mentioned here in the official museum. Now, it was nearby Jacob's Pharmacy where they first served Coca-Cola. Here is the syrup machine, the soda fountain, if you will. And there is the happy pharmacist handing you your first ever cup of Coca-Cola. And you'll see a lot of the antique Coca-Cola advertising here at the World of Coke. See the Coca-Cola kite. You know, it has been a long time since I flew a kite. Maybe I'll buy a kite and I'll go fly a kite. But then again, maybe someone will will report me to the FAA. It's the uniform from the bottling plants. And look at this little Coca-Cola beanie, very stylish. Yeah, all these different signs. Really are like some very collectible items. You always see the old antique collections, always a lot of Coca-Cola stuff. There's the stroke of genius. We have Frank Robinson, the creator of the Coca-Cola scripts, actually designed the logo here. You can see here. I guess we need to attempt to copy that logo. So, oh man, I'm gonna do my best here. It's all cursive-y, so Coca-Cola. I think that's pretty close, actually. Let's see if it matches up. Pretty close. Pretty close. I was halfway there. Got some very early Coca-Cola merchandise here. Has a little bit of a different look to it. See this lovely couple here sharing a Coke. Down here it shows how the Coca-Cola logo was placed on different practical items that you would use in your day-to-day life, so you would constantly be reminded of Coca-Cola. Now that's a bottle opener, so you would use that to open a bottle of Coca-Cola. Or if you used it to open a bottle of something else, you would think to yourself, wow, this should be a Coca-Cola, shouldn't it? Now there's some Coca-Cola cufflinks there. Is that like a piece of jewelry or a wristwatch? And a Swiss Army knife. This would be the early syrup bottles would contain the Coca-Cola syrup. I wonder what pancakes would taste like with Coca-Cola syrup. Just instead of maple syrup, you put that Coke syrup on it. I think I want to try that someday. So in the early days of Coca-Cola, it only cost a nickel, and apparently they kept that price for decades. And just for some comparison here, when Coke was a nickel, it shows what other things cost. So Coke's a nickel, eggs, 32 cents for a dozen eggs. Coke is a nickel, gasoline, 25. So I think as one Coke, like one drink would be a nickel. So I don't know how much a gallon of Coca-Cola would cost. If it would be 25 cents or more. Oh, a car. How does a car compare to Coca-Cola? $950. Why spend $950 on a car when you could spend all that money on thousands of glasses of Coca-Cola? Now it says that this truck here was used to transport Coca-Cola in Argentina. It said that had some smaller streets that were difficult to navigate, so they needed a smaller vehicle that could get around on the streets to bring Coca-Cola to the masses. This shows the U.S. bottling system. There's a map here of all the different bottling plants all around the country. They're lit up, and there are different bottles here from all the different bottling plants. Like each plant would have their own bottle before it was standardized, where they had like their classically designed bottle. Each bottling plant would have their own twist on the Coca-Cola bottle. Now this is a manual bottle capping machine here, and you can actually test your own stomping pressure. You have to stomp here on this to cap the bottle. So let's see what my stomp force is. 750. And this talks about the legendary contour bottle that Coca-Cola became known for. This is the patent for the bottle. And if you look at that, the bottle's a little different than the one used today. It's a little more wide in the middle. If you look down here, you can see that classic contour bottle. Looks like after they created that contour bottle, they really used it in advertising. I guess it just became very iconic right off the bat. You can see the stained glass contour bottle there. You can see the bottle-shaped syrup dispenser there, and a contour bottle-shaped ashtray. Yeah, look, see, the matches are there on the top, And then the ashtray there on the bottom. More of the classic advertising here, divided into sections. This is the travel-based advertising, both airplane travel and car travel. Fashion-based marketing, showing the pretty ladies. Family-based marketing, featuring families together, drinking Coca-Cola. And food-based, I mean, technically Coca-Cola is food. There's a painting of a picnic in the park, complete with a big cooler of Coca-Cola. Yeah, funny how the company has managed to infest every aspect of our lives. Different types of machines that dispense Coca-Cola. There, this big barrel has like a tap, almost like a big Coca-Cola keg. And these interesting different ways of dispersing it. See here, this is like a knob. Yeah, you can either get Coca-Cola, Fanta, or Sprite. I guess you turn the knob, and then the bottle that you want will come out the bottom. Now these old school ones here, they'd be locked in place. And there you open up, you put a coin in, and it'll unlock one of the Coca-Colas that you can pull out. I do really love just the classic design of the old dispensing machines. Here's another interesting Japanese model. Maybe I should go to Japan someday. Seems like a fascinating country. Oh, look at that. In addition to Coca-Cola, they also have coffee in the machine and some very different, is a Sprite Cool Aquarius, some different types of drink that we no longer, or we don't have here in the United States. They may have them still in Japan. And this is crazy. This is the Coca-Cola dispensing machine for space. So this has been in space. Says that it was the first soft drink to be consumed in space. Not 100% sure how it works. It's got the different nozzles there. And then these cans with like the strange top. I guess you have to like, you'd need to be like an interesting way to seal the can so that Coca-Cola doesn't float all over the place. But yeah, very interesting. Coke in space. Oh man, it's the international advertising here. Oh, look at this. I said before I love Fanta. I didn't know there was a Fanta clown. Oh, I'd like to see more of this Fanta clown. I wonder what country that is. Looks like it's in a different language that I don't speak. Oh, what is this? Look at that. There is, I think this is a oddly fitting logo here. You have the Coke logo with its hand wrapped around the head of Earth, shoving Coke into its mouth. Yeah, this is Coke summed up in one image. And look at this cute little mascot. I don't even know what he is. Here you've got the world's tiniest Cokes. See, there's actually a pencil there in the front, so you can tell how tiny they are. We have Russian nesting Cokes. And here's a collection of Olympic torches. It says that Coke has a long-standing sponsorship with the Olympics. So these are from all different. This is Beijing right here, Sydney, Lillehammer, Nagano there, Sochi, and then down here, fittingly enough, the Atlanta torch. Now I've told this story before, but it always has a place in my heart because I was standing in my living room, my mom's house at the time, looking out the front window wistfully, and suddenly a cop car passes. A guy running, holding this torch, runs by with another cop car behind him. So just by happenstance, I was looking out the front window when the Olympic torch ran by. I had no idea it was coming, no idea it was coming through my town, but I saw it with my own eyes, and that moment always sticks out in my head. There's different celebrity endorsements here. We've got Elton John, the NASCAR suit, and each can here has a different soccer player on it. That's LeBron James there up on the car hood. Got a Coca-Cola surfboard. Oh, this is a guitar signed by Jewel. Interesting. Whatever happened to Jewel? Here are their best-selling brands that Coca-Cola makes. Of course, Coca-Cola. And, yeah, that's a given. Got Smart Water. I actually do like Smart Water as far as, like, bottled water goes. I'm not that picky with bottled water, but it's good. It's always safe. Smart Water's always good. Schweppes. I wouldn't have thought Schweppes would be up there. Infused tea. And, yeah, some international selections here. That's that Georgia coffee in a can. We saw that in, I guess they sold it in Japan. Is this grape juice? Yeah, so some of these are like international products. Because some of these best-selling products are products that aren't even necessarily sold in the United States. Dasani, they sell two different types of bottled water. Powerade, Simply Lemonade. So yeah, actually own more stuff than you'd actually think. Yeah, here's a wall of all their different products. Yeah, you can see Coca-Cola standing in the middle, the nucleus of everything. Oh, Five Alive. I can't remember the last time I had Five Alive. I loved it when I was a kid. Don't know what I'd think about it now. Yeah, all these different sodas. A lot I've never even heard of. Probably the most of these. Lilt. Has anyone had Lilt soda? Or sake? Yeah, this is just an amazing amount. Oh, there's the OK Cola. That's one of the most famous botches in drink history. One of the worst received sodas of all time. Yeah, let's take a look at this. So over here, we have the newest exhibit, the Beverage Lab. I've not been in here before, so I'm excited to see what happens in the lab. As we enter, we see golden-plated versions of some of their products. So we have the laboratory in here. It says the formula for a perfect beverage, F equals AP plus TA plus TX. Oh, things just started getting really complicated in here. Oh yeah, let's add some oranges. Let's make some Fanta. Okay, TA is for taste. So you want the taste of oranges. Okay, TX is texture. So you want the bubbly texture. AP is appearance. And so that's like just the different colors. Then what is F? F is formula. So formula equals appearance plus taste plus texture. We've cracked the code. Some information on the water that Coca-Cola uses. Talk about the creation of Tab, the first ever diet soda. Now, there's always had a section where you could taste different products from around the world, but here is a new, different taste station. Let's check this out. So here we can sample classics from the vault. Sodas that do not exist anymore. Okay, I guess they're serving New Coke. And I don't really remember New Coke, so I'm trying to think that I think they re-released it a year or so ago, so we're gonna give us some New Coke here, and we'll give it a try. All right, New Coke, which is now non-existent Coke. It replaced old Coke, regular Coke, which now is Coca-Cola Classic. That's what we drink. So we drink the old Coke because no one liked the New Coke. Let's see if I like the New Coke.
Can I finish your drinks? Feel free to pour them out inside the drains of the machine. We're only throwing away empty cups.
It's actually pretty good. And I'll tell you what it tastes like. It tastes like Pepsi. They were trying to taste.
Who said the P word?
Oh, sorry. Security's gonna kick me out because I said the P word in here. But they were trying to, at the time, I think maybe one soda, won't say it, one soda was doing better in the competition. So maybe Coke tried to make their product taste a little bit more. like that particular soda. So they altered the formula and made Coke that tastes like Pepsi. I like that. I'm more of a, you know, type of guy, but I think I might like that better than Coca-Cola Classic. So, I don't know, the other soda has kind of a sweeter taste to me, while Coke has more of a crisp flavor. This is definitely leaning towards the rival soda. I got really scared there when I got called out by security. Okay, we do have another option here. This is Test Bread Beverage 24. This is a beverage that has not even been released yet. So we get a sample here, and then they ask for our feedback on if we like it. So yeah, let's taste this mysterious soda that's not even been named yet. It's called Test Beverage 24. Oh, it is pink. Mysterious pink beverage. Okay, Test Beverage 24 here. Oh, very strawberry taste. It's like a creamy taste to it. This tastes to me like strawberry shortcake. Overpoweringly sweet. I only drink diet soda normally, so when I sample regular soda, it's overpoweringly sweet to me. That is, and plus this is like, tastes like a dessert to begin with. Some sort of strawberry shortcake concoction. I probably would not have this again. But, you know, good that they're trying new things. I'll look out to see if a strawberry soda or Coca-Cola comes out soon. Probably a Fanta. Maybe like a strawberry shortcake Fanta. It's very interesting. Got a chance to taste the past of Coca-Cola and the potential future as well. Next up, we're headed into the vault. They actually have the secret recipe for Coca-Cola in the vault here. They don't let you read it, but you can at least get near it. It's at the heart of Coca-Cola. There is a dirty, dirty secret. Yeah, we're entering a high security level here. You can see me there in the security scan. Hello, everybody. A little more history here on the recipe developed by John Pemberton. So down in these drawers there are secrets. It says looking for the secret. Oh, what's this? Oh, these are other items created by John Pemberton. Globe flower cough syrup, Indian Queen hair dye, and gingerine triplex liver pills. Imagine if gingerine triplex liver pills caught on more than Coca-Cola. Oh, it says touch to unlock. Homes of the secret formula, access granted. All right, so you look around the city here and you try to find the home of John Pemberton, where he designed Coca-Cola. Let's see. There we go. 107 Marietta Street is the home where Coca-Cola was invented. It says originally Coca-Cola averaged on selling 9 drinks a day. Probably at least 10 by now. We enter this hallway of conspiracies here. These apparently are debunked rumors. It says the original Coca-Cola woman, Diva Brown, claimed that she invented Coca-Cola. A rumor that Coca-Cola was originally green. And, oh yeah, here it says rumors that Pemberton did not create it by himself. His authenticity called into question. Oh, another man from Tennessee claims he created, or his ancestor created the formula for Coca-Cola. So yeah, a lot of people apparently trying to take credit for creating the recipe for Coca-Cola. So this screen here, when you approach it, you actually become particles of Coca-Cola. Hello, everybody. Whoa. Oh, what are those weird pixels coming out of my hand? You guys see that? Carpetbagger here. All right, entering the vault of the secret formula here. That vault there contains the secret recipe for Coca-Cola. Oh no! Can't get too close. Can't get too close to the recipe. Yeah, just behind that massive door is the secret that all mankind urges to know. Yeah, there used to be more of a production here where you'd come in, it would look like the room was filling with Coca-Cola. These screens made it look like you were inside of a cup of Coca-Cola, and then the doors here would pull open and reveal the vault here. And it would only be open for like a certain amount of time. You had a very quick time where you could take pictures before the door would slam back shut. So yeah, they've just kind of opened it up where you can just come in and look at it. But it was kind of fun, the super intense presentation that they originally had. Yeah, you can see how this used to close over here and you'd be completely surrounded by screens. Yeah, and then the effect that the Coca-Cola was rising and filling the room. Then it would swing open, showing you the vault. Okay, I think it's time to head upstairs to the second floor and check out the exhibits up here. See more of these artistic Coke bottles. There's some more over there up on the ridge there. This section is called Icons. I guess you get to learn about some of the icons of Coca-Cola. And of course, the #1 icon is the Coca-Cola polar bear, who we can meet here in just a moment. Yeah, a lot of people here excited to see the bear. Well, hey there, polar bear. How are you doing today? You having a happy Fantaween? Oh boy. In there. Oh, good to see you again.
All right, you ready? Big smile.
Oh, get our photo taken.
2, 1.
And here's a little exhibit on our bear friend. Now, I didn't realize this, but the bear imagery goes all the way back to 1922 in this Coca-Cola ad where the bear is giving Coca-Cola to the sun itself. But I remember these old polar bear commercials with the CGI polar bears. I remember people raved and ranted about how impressive this was. And yeah, I don't know, I think at the time, this was 1993, so these polar bears looked pretty cool, but you know, by today's standard, the CGI is a little more apparent. You can see some of the polar bear merchandise here. Here is Santa Claus, who is tied in very closely with Coca-Cola. This is some of the designs made by Coca-Cola, kind of molded in the way that we view the physical form of Santa Claus. See the Coca-Cola Santas there. Yeah, it shows the imagery. I remember these cans. I remember, you know, Christmas getting the Santa cans of Coca-Cola. When I was a kid, I really loved knowing that it was time of year to drink Coke out of a Santa can. Some more of that classic Coke merchandise. I think these are 1970s Coke items. It's this wonderful Coca-Cola bucket hat. In fact, there's no reason to wear anything that doesn't have the words Coca-Cola on it. This is the Sounds of Refreshment machine. They have an old 1949 machine here, so you can hear the classic sounds. Turn the knob. Oh, it said ah. Oh, no one said there'd be belching. So this is supposedly the couch used on the TV show American Idol the Coca-Cola couch, and apparently we can sit in it. All right, let's plop down here on the American Idol couch. Oh, it's really low to the ground. I wonder if did Simon sit here? Wasn't Simon a jerk? I never watched that show. Watched it maybe once or twice. I'm like, man, I really just hate seeing people have their dreams thrown in a dumpster and having them watch. It seemed like kind of a cruel show when you think back on it. Into the scent discovery section where the focus is on the smells and aromas of Coca-Cola. Okay, there's all these different smell boxes that you can check out. So let's give this a smell here. I don't know, that smells like citrusy cologne. And this one here kind of smells similar. It doesn't tell you what you're smelling, so I guess we will never know. There's these scent profiles of different sodas. This is Fanta Colita. So here it goes to the floral, fruity, citrus, woody, spicy, where it migrates on that map. Okay, so you have these different scent stations here. Every scent takes you somewhere. It's maybe like a dusty smell, maybe like coffee, maybe a little chocolate. Oh, that's a different smell there. It's like a flowery, fruity smell. Maybe got a little cinnamon in it, like a cinnamon flower of some sort. I have a funny thing with smell. Part of my neurodivergence is that majority of smells are unpleasant to me. Even traditionally good smelling smells. Like ideally, I would like things to just not have smells to them. But you know, some of them are nice. But man, I don't know. Something about sniffing things like you know, that smell like dessert or smell sweet, it like gives me like a sticky feeling. So here is some different smells here. Here's a citrus smell. I actually prefer citrus smells over most. Oh yeah, that smells like orange. Is it orange Fanta? Yes! Orange Fanta. Orange Fanta or icy orange lava burst. Icy orange lava burst is what they used to sell at McDonald's when I was growing up. This was the non-carbonated drink that McDonald's would sell. So I was a big fan of that as a kid. Still a big fan of the Fanta, although I usually stick to the Diet Fanta. Up here on the balcony, get a view of Pemberton Park from here. Uh-oh, look at this. We may have to come back. We have to come back next year. Have a new exhibit, Stories from the Archives. And we exit through the Taste It section where we can taste different Coke products from around the world. And look at this, above the tasting area, you have these bottles of Coca-Cola being moved like a factory. They actually did, in this building, used to have a mock Coca-Cola factory as one of the exhibits. That's no longer here, but I think this may be a remnant of that exhibit. Anyways, let's go full force and try some different Coca-Cola products. Hopefully they have Beverly. All right, there's different taste stations in here. This is taste station number 3. Let's start with taste station number 1. It looks like to conserve on waste, they do hand you 1 cup when you come in. So I guess you don't like throw a cup out after every sip. Okay, let's see what we have to choose here. Fanta Pineapple from Greece. This is Manzana Lift Roja from Chile. It's got an apple on it. Let's try that one. So it's not just apple juice. So there's some like spices. There's a little bit of cinnamon. There's also a little bit of something else. Maybe I'll take smaller amounts. We'll try some of this Country Club. It's called Country Club. We'll up there. All right, some Country Club. Ooh. Very sweet. It's like a pineapple-y, marshmallowy taste. Okay, let's see what they have over at this one. They have some of the standard ones mixed in, like Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. You get that anywhere. Let's see this. I love the Fantas. This is Fanta Exotic from Uganda. Let's try some African Fanta. Oh, knocked my cup over. Oh, dang it. So Fanta Exotic. It reminds me of, oh my gosh, can't think of the name now. There was a fruit soda in the 90s that they sold that was really popular. They do not sell anymore. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, leave a comment in the comment section. That's what this tastes like. Kind of like a fruit punch-ish. They've really been pushing this Sprite cucumber. Let's have a taste of that. Now, the Sprite cucumber has a little bit of my Fanta Exotic still in it, so it looks pink. I'm gonna need to get a fresh cup. I don't think I'm gonna like this. I generally don't like, I don't know, vegetables in my soda. But open mind, here we go. Interesting. It tastes like a pickle. It tastes like a sweet pickle. I like pickles. It's okay. I don't think I could sit and drink this, but as a sample, as a taste, it's a good taste. Now we got some interesting ones over here. Let's try this Zimbabwe Mazo Blackberry. It's got an interesting coloration to it. Oh. Not carbonated. It's actually like a really subtle grape taste. Kind of like Kool-Aid when you haven't put enough sugar and powder in it. Now let's give the Fanta Sour Plum a try. That sounds good. Looks like it's the same color as that blackberry soda. No! That's horrible! Okay, I think I've had this before. I think I had this at Disney. It literally tastes like something's been burnt. Like burnt wood. I don't like it. It's really sweet, but it also tastes like burnt wood. Let's try to wash that away with some Moldova Viva. No idea what flavor that is. Kind of a muted taste to it. Kind of refreshing. That's a good one. Oh, and over here is my old friend Beverly, known as the worst soda on planet Earth. Oh, while it is bitter and horrific and tastes disgusting in every way, it always brings kind of a warm, fuzzy, nostalgic feeling. Because you can only drink Beverly at a few places in the world. You drink it here at the World of Coke, you drink it at Epcot over at Disney, or the specialty Coke stores in Disney. Maybe in Las Vegas they might have Beverly. I'm not sure on that one. Oh, it is so bad. But honestly, I think I like this better than the Sour Plum. It's bitter. It's like bitter medicine. It's like drinking liquor for the taste, like just like sipping vodka, just because you love the taste of vodka. But I love it. Next to Beverly, we have some Stony ginger beer. This is from Tanzania. Oh, interesting. Kind of, yeah, very, very gingery. Very strong ginger taste, much more so than a ginger ale. But, yeah, a lot of ginger. The ginger actually feels good right now. It's helping wipe all those nasty flavors out of my palate.
Is that good?
Let's try some. This looks interesting. This is the Spanish soda Aquarius Libre.
That tastes like candy.
So I think Lucha Libre means free fighting. So I think Aquarius Libre means free water? Okay. It's like a chalky lemonade. It's a lemonade flavor, but a little something extra hiding in there. I'm a fan of the oranges, so let's get the Mezzo Mix. This is a German orange soda of some sort. For some reason, this orange soda is not orange. Actually kind of tastes like Coca-Cola. Yeah, maybe almost like an orange Coke type flavor. As you walk through this room, the floor is very sticky, and you can hear the noise of all the other people walking, the sticky noise. Can you hear that? Music's probably too loud, but I can hear the stickiness of everyone walking. And here's the freestyle area. We have those Coke freestyle machines that have even more flavors for you to try. And these freestyle machines have some different options on it. So this button here, you bring up Flavor Lab. So let's have something citrusy. Taste the Future. Okay, so these are all test samples. Let's try Citrus 3. All right, this is Mystery Citrus product number 3. Very orangey. Probably better to stick to Fanta. So I have Coke Zero Sugar football fall mixes. So let's see, we have Touchdown Twist, Field Goal Fizz, Kickoff Cooler, or Zero Sugar Conversion. Let's go with a little bit of Zero Sugar Touchdown Twist. Hopefully it doesn't taste like a football. It's like a lot of flavors in there. It felt like a lot of lemon, maybe a little cola. Kind of feels like when you go to the soda machine and try one of each kind and then drink it. Just looking to see if they have anything seasonal or unusual. They have this Surge Grape Glory. I don't think I've ever had that before. And the grape is not purple. I guess Surge is green. It's kind of got that green tint to it. It's okay. Mostly does taste great. Doesn't Surge have like an insane amount of caffeine or something? Got this giant contour bottle here in the center. It is encircled by taps that dispense the classic Coca-Cola. And I guess it wouldn't be right to visit the world of Coke, to talk about Coca-Cola ad nauseum, and not actually have a little sample. Got a little bit of the OG recipe right there. Pretty good, pretty good. Definitely a familiar taste. And it is time to exit through the gift shop. In the museum, you can see all the different Coke merchandise from over the generations. And then you come in here and buy some modern Coca-Cola merchandise. It's the Atlanta Home of Coke shirt. Oh, the hat there says, I tasted the world of Coca-Cola. I wonder if you can only get this if you taste every flavor in the taste room. These are collectible bottles here. These actually do have Coke in them. It says, enjoy Atlanta. It's another Atlanta theme one. Feeling peachy. Got a peach and a Coke, and they're in love. Got the Pride Coke there. It says love with the rainbow. Some football Coke, baseball Coke. Oh, look at that Fanta design there. All the different flavors. Some Christmas ornaments there. A Coca-Cola can wearing a Santa hat. We got our polar bear. Snow globe polar bear. Oh, that's some good snow cover. They have the Funko Pops here. The Coca-Cola Santa in chair. So it is, I guess, it is a variant of Santa, the Coca-Cola Santa. And there is a stray Funko of the Coca-Cola bear. Another Funko there, the actual Coca-Cola can. And then the Coca-Cola cars here. Oh, look at that, the Mr. Pibb mobile. little Sprite truck. Oh, and the special edition limited time run, the Coca-Cola Oreo Zero Sugar. Me and Jen tried some of this. We both agreed it tastes like you're drinking a can of frosting. They have some cold Coke to take home with you. I don't know, I literally do not feel like ever drinking a carbonated beverage again after all those samples. I can't imagine that someone, after coming out of that tasting room, is like, I need a Coke. So the world of Coke. Really interesting for me just to see how it's evolved and changed over the years. Like, the world of Coke was actually like one of the first like roadside attractions that I ever visited down here in Atlanta. I actually originally visited the old location before they moved, and then got to see this location after it had reopened, and got to see kind of how it changed over the years. And I made some observations in there, like the vault. I remember when the vault was like the new thing. It was like a big deal. They handled it very serious, like, with going into the room, that the room, slowly opens up. There's like a presentation that goes on. We're very serious about you not getting close to the vault. It's kind of changed over time. They've kind of, when you see something open, this is why I love going to like theme park openings and things like that, new stuff, because you kind of get to see how it was truly envisioned, and then kind of changes over time to maybe not exactly what it was intended to be. Also, like remembering old things that used to be here, like there's the miniature bottling factory where they bottled bottled Coke. You used to actually get a bottle of Coke to take home with you. I think somewhere I actually still have my bottle of Coke that it like has the logo of the vault. It was for like the promo bottle when the vault opened here. And then at one point I'm trying to remember if this was the old location or the new location, but they had this big machine or a big soda fountain where you could like put your soda down and it would shoot like the soda across the room and it would land in your cup. I don't know if that was ever here, but it might have been at the old location. But yeah, just interesting seeing how things have changed. Of course, some new things here. The lab where you get to taste old sodas and experimental sodas. So yeah, a lot of fun here at the World of Coke. A lot of good times coming here to the World of Coke. Over here at the Bottle Cap Cafe across from World of Coke, they do have a specialty Halloween drink, the Fantaween Frightful Fizz, which, again, I love Fanta, but man, I just drank so much soda today, I don't think I could handle that. While I was standing out here in Pemberton Place, out in front of the World of Coke, I noticed, I don't know if you can see it, but there is the Atlanta Ferris wheel poking out from above the trees. Let's go head over there. So we're walking over here towards the Ferris wheel. Here we have Centennial Olympic Park. This was built for the 1997 Olympics in Atlanta. And sadly, there was tragedy here. This is where the infamous Olympic Park bombing took place. You see the Ferris wheel there overlooking Olympic Park. It says that the Olympic fountain is currently closed. It says it will reopen in December. Take a little peek. See the Olympic rings there. Normally there'd be like water shooting out of the ground that you can run through. Yeah, there are different sculptures here commemorating the Atlanta Olympics. Here is Porter Billy Parker, I guess one of the local businessmen that helped bring the Olympics to Atlanta. They're holding that Olympic torch that I saw run in front of my mom's house. Now here is the site of the bombing, of the Olympic bombing, where a man named Eric Rudolph set off a nail bomb because of his hatred of black people and hatred of gay people. And the whole story is that he planted a backpack nail bomb. Fortunately, the irony is some kids saw the backpack left on alone and tried to steal it just because they were kids, stupid kids. That actually caused the bag to tip over in the wrong direction, possibly saving dozens of lives when it exploded in a safer direction. Only killed one person. So, absolutely a tragedy, but thankfully it wasn't more of a tragedy than it already was. Here they have a lighted block here, remembering the person that lost their life and the many people that were injured. Another memorial over here. Oh, wow. This is pretty amazing. This is the Richard Jewell remembrance spot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was alive when this happened. I remember it. And Richard Jewell was one of the most unfortunate people when it came to what happened here. He actually is the person who located the bomb. He was a police officer doing security here at the Olympics. And then it somehow got turned around that he was the primary suspect. People on the news were calling him the Olympic Park bomber, Richard Jewell. And it was absolutely devastating to his life, to his family. Later, when it was turned out that it was Eric Rudolph was the culprit, that Richard Jewell was, obviously he was never charged, but he was he never did anything wrong. It was acknowledged that he never did anything wrong. So I think it is really good that they put remembrance for Richard Jewell here, because actually, he was a hero. He located the bomb. He was the first person to find it, and then it got turned around where he got almost made into the villain. Like I said, they were calling him the Olympic Park bomber on the news, and it's my understanding that incident is one of the factors why they are so careful in the news, in media, to say alleged, because they were not saying it. They were straight up calling him the bomber on the news, when in reality he was actually did something heroic, running to the bomb, trying to save people. So, he passed away. He passed away not too long after that. It was a major traumatic event for him, major traumatic event for his family, to be accused of doing something so heinous that he did not do. So I'm glad that he has got his remembrance here at the Olympic Park. It is interesting, though. This plaque does describe his heroic actions in spotting the backpack, but nowhere does it mention here that at one point everyone blamed the whole bombing on him. I don't know, I guess they just wanted to focus on the positives. Now, this sculpture here was in the park when the explosion happened. And one really fascinating thing that you can see is if we get up closer to the statue, you can actually see where, when the nail bomb went off, it hit this statue. You can actually see the imprint of the nail right there. One of the nails that went flying through Olympic Park into the crowd. It struck the statue and embedded that permanent imprint of the nail. And the artist was actually given the option to repair the statue, but he made the decision that he wanted to leave the mark as a reminder of what happened. So absolutely fascinating piece of history here. Yeah, you can see that one's really clear, but there are several other marks here where the bomb went off. Wow, that just really kind of makes it sink into reality what happened here. But after a brief foray into some very dark history, let's go check out this Ferris wheel. And this is a very interesting Ferris wheel. As you can see, like, the buildings right next to it are actually taller than the Ferris wheels. You get kind of a unique view of the city. And again, I'm not 100% sure they're going to let me on as a single rider, but I checked the website and it seems like single riding is okay on this wheel. Oh, and check this out. The ticket booth is actually a Ferris wheel car. All right, our chariot awaits. All right, nothing like a good cap to our day than a ride on a Ferris wheel. And yes, single riders are allowed on the Ferris wheel here in hot Atlanta. So we're going up here. I mentioned some of the buildings around the Ferris wheel are actually taller than the Ferris wheel, so you kind of like peer in the windows here from the Ferris wheel. But it's actually a really good view of the city. Kind of interesting though, like you get to see kind of a 360 view of the city instead of just like seeing the city off in a distance. Oh yeah, we're pretty tall here. Pretty tall Ferris wheel. It's not very busy. Looks like there was only 2 other couples that were riding. Hello. And yeah, you can see out there. You can actually see the World of Coke is right there. And you have Olympic Park. You can get a better view of that fountain there. You can see the Olympic rings there in the fountain. So I actually really like this Ferris wheel. I do think the placement is interesting, just given that it's not the tallest thing around. Usually the Ferris wheel is the tallest thing in the area. But yeah, it gives a kind of cool perspective. Like we're almost at the top, and you can like see like inside the building there. Some of the different buildings here in Atlanta. Seeing downtown Atlanta reminds me of Dragon Con, which I've not been to in a very, very long time. Someday I probably need to come back to Dragon Con, seeing all these downtown Atlanta buildings. Makes me nostalgic. Oh, look at all those solar panels down there. Looks like we're doing a flyby of the loading station. Yeah, I didn't have to wait at all. I just walked right up. Got a Ferris wheel ride. It's about $20 a person that I paid. There we go. Yeah, see, no one's in line there. So we head back up. I think we're at the very top here to the Westin Hotel. Now look at this 360 view. I think that's what's cool about it. It's just this 360 view from the heart, literally the heart of Atlanta. Great views down there. You can see the aquarium, you can see the World of Coke, Pemberton Place, Olympic Centennial Park. All right. And I deem SkyView Atlanta as a lot of fun. And it's been a very Atlanta day, so I think we should have a very Atlanta dinner. Let's grab some dinner here at the Waffle House. All right, let's see what we're gonna get here. And I stuck with my comfort meal here. The steak and eggs, got the steaks over easy. Got tomatoes and onions in the hash browns. And also I like to take the toast wedges and dip them in the egg. And then I got the T-bone there. Now, on the physical menu, they don't list the steak and eggs anymore, but it is on the to-go app. So if you do ask, they will prepare it for you in the restaurant. Yeah, this is my classic Waffle House dinner. Used to come to Waffle House every evening after work and order this. The A1 there for the steak. Generally got to have the A1. There we go. Steak there. A wedge of toast with the egg in it. And of course, everyone comes to Waffle House for the hash browns. Brings back good memories. Good memories. All right. An eternal member of the Waffle House Clean Plate Club. So thank you for joining me here today in Atlanta for some fun Atlanta things here in the city. The World of Coke, SkyView, Ferris wheel, Olympic Park, and the Waffle House. I was actually supposed to be home today. I was going out to do the Arkansas and the Mississippi State Fairs, and then I got invited to come out to Netherworld, the haunted house that I was at yesterday. So I was like, okay, I can fit that in my schedule on the way back. And then as I got down to the wire, I was like, wait a minute, if I go home, I would have to drive home after Netherworld, so I wouldn't get home till like 3, 4 in the morning. Then I would have to go to bed early that day to get up early the day after that to go get on a plane and fly to Los Angeles. That is my plan, to board a plane and to fly across this great country of ours, land in Los Angeles to do some of the haunts out in the Los Angeles area. I'm a huge fan of Southern California Halloween, so looking forward to that. Kind of one of the highlights of my year. Go out there and do some of my favorite haunts out on the West Coast. So that is the plan for tomorrow, to get on that plane and to get to Los Angeles and jump right in to doing some haunted activities. I want to thank you guys for following along with these state fairs, following along with the haunts. Much more spooky fun to come up in the following days. If you do like these videos, consider subscribing. I travel all over the country filming roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun stuff. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more, get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also, in the Etsy shop, we're selling enamel pins, selling stickers, selling press pennies with my face on it. There was no press pennies at World of Coke. I don't know, I feel like I've hit a drought with the press pennies. The haunts usually don't have them, state fairs don't have them, and World of Coke doesn't have them. I think as a lot of places are turning cashless, they're kind of turning away from the tradition of the pressed penny, very sadly. And so yeah, all that's it. Also doing cameos, personalized messages for you, for your friends, family members. If you'd like to receive a personalized message from me, check the description of this video. All those things help keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.